Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back to react to another episode of House of the Dragon. This is episode 3. I don't know what it's called. What happened last time on House of the Dragon? So last time we had Rhaenyra feeling like pretty disrespected by everything that's going on, right? Like she was named heir to the throne, but she's not being treated like it. She's still being treated like a little girl. We had Damon kind of trolling the royal family by stealing a dragon egg and then causing a big conflict that ended up amounting to nothing. But he just is messing with the throne. He's messing with the king, trying to get under his skin, and it's not going well. Meanwhile, pretty much everyone else is trying to get the king to marry someone. His cousin and her husband want it to be their child, but their kid is like 12, and he's like, nah man, I'm not interested in marrying a 12-year-old. So instead he decides he's gonna marry the 15-year-old instead, so because that's so much better. Which ends up causing a little bit of conflict, right? Because Rhaenyra, that's her best friend. Alicent is her best friend, and she's been keeping this from her, and she's like, what the frick, guys? Like, what is going on? So she's obviously pretty hurt by that. And then Colaris, right? Did I say his name right? Colaris? Valerian? He is upset because he wanted it to be his kid. And so he bails, and then he goes to Damon, and they're like, let's fight the crab feeder. And that is where this episode starts, I believe. There's going to be a time jump. The little description says that they're celebrating some kid's, Aemon's second name day. So I'm guessing that Aemon is the child of Alicent and the king. And so this is at least almost 3 years at least from where last episode ended. So it's kind of quite a bit of a time jump. So that should be a little bit of an adjustment. I feel like that's going to be a thing they're doing quite a bit in this first season, is time jumping, which is kind of a bummer because that means they'll be moving on from the young Rhaenyra actress fairly soon, and I think she's dope. I mean, the older actress might be cool too, but I am a big fan of the younger one. So it'll be interesting to see at what point they decide to move past that. But before we jump into this episode, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me and helps my channel out a ton. If you are new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more of House of the Dragon or any other show that I'm watching on the channel right now. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description below. That would mean the world to me as well. But otherwise, let's jump into episode 3 of House of the Dragon. Something is already on fire? Who is on fire? That is a seahorse symbol. That's the Valerian chips. Valerian chips burning at the moment.
The sea snake will have your foxy fucking head! No,
yeah, man, don't talk trash before you're about to get crucified, brother. Oh. Yeah, that thing's gonna eat your face, buddy. Is that Damon? Hail Prince Damon. Dude, you're about to get cooked by Prince Damon.
Yeah, my prince. Save me!
Oh my god! Oh, in my head he did that on purpose. In my head he did that on purpose. Oh my god, that dude got just wrecked. Massacre. A little bit of wonky CGI, but that's okay. I am willing to look past it. Yeah, I would not go out there. Drehar's smart. Why the frick would you go out there? Yeah, I think it's time to leave. Your dragon looks so weird, dude. It's like just a giant worm. Oh, man.
But his Aegon's second name day. His infancy is behind him. It only remains
His
for Viserys to
infancy
name
is
him heir to the
behind
throne.
him.
He's the king's firstborn son.
I don't know that his grace sees it so clearly.
Then it lies with you to make him see it, Lord Hand.
Your Grace.
Yeah, they do not want Rhaenyra to be on the throne.
Damon has driven the men hard. They have begun to question his command.
She's pregnant again.
Were he to intervene now after so long, it would make the crown appear weak.
Can someone tell me where in the seven hells Rhaenyra might be?
Under the dragon.
She is hanging out reading some books, brother. She does not want to be involved.
And for those. Your Grace.
Did I say to stop?
She's like, I am going to ignore her. I know she's there. I want to hear you play this song.
The whole of our family off to celebration and adventure in the King's Wood.
Yeah, she does not want to be there at all. She's like, F this whole thing. This is all a celebration of this dumb child that's taken her place.
How would you like to participate?
She
Not sure
wouldn't.
why I must.
Because you are my daughter. And you have duties.
As I am ceaselessly reminded.
I'm sorry?
As I am ceaselessly reminded. No one's here for me.
Yeah, she's like, this isn't about me. This is about your dumbass kid. Why am I here? Like, nobody here is joining this hunt in celebration of her, the probably still current named heir to the throne. She's like, this sucks. This is a giant celebratory reminder that she's being replaced.
Larys Strong, the youngest son of our Master of Laws, Lord Lionel.
My lord husband says that no king has ever been able to
Dang,
take
he
the
doesn't look
Stepstones
very
for long.
strong. Got him.
Your dear uncle is the great mind behind this war, is he not?
I wouldn't know. I've not spoken to Damon in years.
He's made a mess and the king must put an end to it. Send fleets and men and clear out the triarchy for good.
Who are you?
But the crown is not at war.
The crown is at war, princess. We've been dragged into it by your uncle and the sea snake.
And how have you served the one with late Lady Red Wine? By eating cake?
Oh shit, Lady Red Wine. She says, you shut your damn mouth, ho. God, I love Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra is a boss bitch. Oh God, she's the best.
Lord Jason Lannister.
Jason?
Gathered that from all the lions.
What a non-Game of Thronesy name. My name is Kyle Lannister.
I don't have a dragon pit, of course, but I do have the means and resources to build one.
Okay, dude,
Why would you need a dragon pit?
To house dragons, of course. I'd do anything for my queen.
Oh. Has he been informed that he's marrying her? And she has
Thank you
not
for the
been
wine.
informed of that? That's not okay. They essentially promised her to this man without her permission or her knowledge.
You're of age, Rhaenyra. Jason Lannister is an excellent match.
He's arrogant and self-serious.
Well, I thought you might have that in common.
Ooh, rude.
I do not wish to get married.
Even I do not exist above tradition and duty, Rhaenyra!
Excuse me, Your Grace.
Yeah, you can't really argue in front of everyone like this.
You must marry.
Monkey paw curls. She'll marry, just not who you want. He's like, frick. I gotta get on my horse. That little moment where he just starts sprinting, like, frick. You gonna hit your horse? You gonna trip over a rock or something?
My father trying to sell me off to Jason Lannister.
Yeah, or like Kevin Baratheon.
You want me to kill him?
Yeah. Yes.
We should return to camp, Princess.
You guys should kiss, is what you should do.
All that I have, I owe to you. No, I'd hardly call that toothless, Princess.
Dang straight. Make her feel appreciated. That's exactly what she wants.
Your Grace. I had this forged in the Golden Gallery in honor of Prince Aegon.
Okay. That's incredible. Thank you. You're not allowed to marry his daughter.
I would be honored to take the Princess Rhaenyra to wife, Your Grace. What I offer you, the crown and your daughter, is strength.
And cash money. Stupid moron, you don't have
Rhaenyra may
dragons.
take her place there by my side without shame and feel herself well compensated for her loss in station.
What loss of station?
If you were to name young Aegon heir, Your Grace.
And when would I be doing that?
I had
So
assumed...
He is still operating on Rhaenyra being the heir, but everyone else has moved on.
I did not decide to name Rhaenyra my heir on a whim. All the lords of the kingdom would do well to remember that.
Ooh, you should probably start treating her like the heir then.
Wine.
Dude's getting plastered. He must be sick as hell.
What do you make of Lord Jason's proposal?
Lord Jason can F
That man's
off.
pride has pride.
Get it? Pride because it's a lion? A pride of lions?
Who do you have in mind?
Valerion?
Prince Aegon.
Oh. You want his daughter...
I just turned 2 on her. Yeah.
To marry his 2-year-old son.
Rhaenyra's hand. I came here to hunt. Not to be suffocated by all this fucking politicking. Let us speak no more of it.
Yeah, Otto, you're a shady man, Otto. You're conniving constantly. That's a messed up idea. I don't like it. Weirdly not because of the incest part, because he's 2. I mean, the incest part's also bad, but I have a feeling we're going to see plenty more of that with the Targaryens.
You believe that your son is the best match for Rhaenyra?
You flatter me, Your Grace, but no. It would seem to me the best match for Rhaenyra is the son of the sea snake, Sir Lenor. He shares blood with your cousin, the Princess Rhaenys, and he is the heir to the wealthiest house in the realm.
Dang, this guy's a straight up G. It'd be an interesting proposal. I'm not super against it. You know, this guy's a straight up G. He tells it like it is without, seemingly on the surface, without any particular agenda. Yo, are you guys gonna bone or what? What if the thing they're hunting comes right to them? I'm gonna be very upset if he dies. I like him. Damon Targaryen. Come on down. Okay, this is spooky. Stop it. Oh. Oof. That probably hurt. Oh, good work. And that's the boar they were hunting too. Oh yeah, get it, girl. Get it, girl. Let out your frustrations. They're gonna come back. They're gonna come back on the day of, you know, celebration of the young prince. And this badass princess is gonna come in with the boar in tow. Like, what's up? You guys thought you were gonna replace me? Completed this hunt on my own. Oh, never mind. That's what they're hunting. Not a boar. We're gonna get cut somehow. What if he dies? What if this thing breaks free and kills him?
Yeah!
Poor thing. I don't like seeing animals get hurt. It's not fun. Oh, bro. Bro. Kill that. The white one. The white one. Oh, this is prophecy, baby. This is symbolism showing she is the true heir. She's like, sup, ho? Brought more food. Covered in blood, and all the manly dudes are like, hell yeah. And Jason Lannister is like, ew. All the normal people were stoked to see her come back.
You mustn't ignore the certain truth that if Rhaenyra were to step over Aegon to ascend the throne, the realm would tear itself apart.
So he wants her to convince the king.
Aegon will be king.
He will not.
You must guide Viserys towards reason.
I am fully against this team. If there's a team, I'm on Rhaenyra's team.
Rhaenyra has come of age. She must needs marry a High Lord who will honor her, defend her, and serve her as king consort.
Oh, 2 of his fingers are gone now.
Lord Corlys and Prince Damon are losing their war.
Badly, by all accounts.
This is a plea for aid.
Yeah?
Then why not send it?
Because it is a war started by 2 malcontents.
Yeah, he doesn't want to look like he's caving into his brother.
That I am forever doomed to anger one person in the pleasing of another.
Yeah, pretty much any decision he makes is not going to make everyone
Is it better
happy.
for the realm if the crab feeder thrives or is vanquished?
That's true. Is it better for the realm if he helps or not?
What would you have me do?
If it was for advantage, you would have wed Lena Velaryon.
That's what it comes down to at the end of the day.
You must marry. As to your match, make it yourself. I did waver.
And she didn't like the fact that he,
but I swear
again, reinforced that the new
on
marriage
your
was
mother's
to
memory,
love.
you will not be supplanted.
Okay, so he has promised to her face that she will not be supplanted. Let's see if he sticks to that.
Damon is why we are losing.
He at least is fighting this war.
King's Landing will not support Damon. Why should any of us?
Well, King's Landing is about to support Damon, so...
Prince Damon, I bring word from His Grace Viserys Targaryen. First of his name, King of the Andals, the Rhaenyra, and the First Men.
Yeah, you don't need to list off all the titles. Are we pleased? Slightly happy that his brother is finally coming to help? Oh! 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 No, I guess not. I read his reaction completely wrong. He is very upsetty spaghetti about that.
I shall pray nightly to the gods for your safe return.
Evaded us. Is he annoyed that he's been fighting this war on his own essentially this whole time? And now his brother wants to claim that it's a war that they've both been fighting? Is he gonna give up? He's like, alright. Now that his brother is officially joined the war, he's gonna surrender. Or, yep, laying down his sword, or is this like a I challenge you to 1v1 me? It's gonna be an Optimus Prime moment where he's like, I'll take you all on. I don't know why I'm on your side, but I like you. Fight. Oh. Boo. Oh, let's go, baby boy. Yes. Get it, Damon. Oh, let's go. He's like, I don't need a dragon to be absolutely dominant. Oh. He's like, oh. As many people as he can put in between them. Dang, these archers suck ass. They're so bad. Oh. Oof. Oof. 2 shots. Ooh, 1 to the leg too. That's not fun. Corliss. Where are you, buddy? Would they really send 800 people for this one man? Is this going to be a Jon Snow in the Battle of the Bastards moment? Or where's the dragon coming? Yeah, just had to draw them out. Just had to get all their guys out of the caves. Oh, it is Rhaenyra. Or who is that? Who is that? It's not Rhaenyra. Oh, it's okay. That's Corlys's son. He's got a dragon too. Goodbye. See ya. Oh my god. What a perfectly executed plan. Win the battle before the king's reinforcements get there. God, he's so badass. He's objectively a bad guy, but I love him. It's like a purple dragon. This kid's so happy. Oh, did he go in and kill him? Dang, he already went in and just did the job. Oh, he cut him in half. Oh my god. We did it. Oh. Dude. Don't end it there. Oh my god. Dude, Damon is an absolute boss. Like, if I'm on anybody's teams in this show, I think I'm on Rhaenyra's team. I think I'm on Damon's team. Like, whatever they do and choose to do, I'm like fully supporting them at all times. Even though he's objectively not a good guy. Dude, this show is so cool. I know I should not be rooting for him, but god dang if Damon is not the coolest mofo on the planet, bro. Like, this is, oh god, like he has no regard for his own health. He's just like, I'm doing this shiz. Very much felt like, it gave me vibes of Battle of the Bastards with Jon Snow, where he's like completely willing to take on all of these people on his own if he has to. Like, that's how much it means to him. And then to have the cavalry come to his rescue in the end, it was very, very good. But let's start at the beginning. So right off the bat, he's fighting this war and it's not going well, right? It's essentially him versus everybody, in a respect, because he has the dragon, but all these people can just hide in the caves, and then the dragon is essentially useless, and they don't have enough foot soldiers to win the war. So the crab feeder is essentially winning the war easily, and it's not looking good for the crown, because even though the crown technically is not at war, much of the realm considers Damon in a certain respect to be the rightful heir. Or, you know, I mean, at this point the king's son is only 2 and hasn't been named the heir, so like people have considered Damon to be the rightful heir for a while. And so him fighting this war is very much a proxy almost in their minds of the crown fighting the war. He is a Targaryen at the same time. So the crown is being lumped into this, the fact that the war is not going well and everyone wants them to join the fight. But the king thinks that if he does join the fight, that it will show weakness, right? Like, he's been staying away from it so long. If he caves now, he'll look weak in front of everyone, and it'll look as though he is supporting Damon, and that just strengthens his kind of claim and fame amongst all the people of the realm, and it's not good. But at the same time, he has a new son who is 2 years old, so this has been roughly almost 3 years since the last episode ended, right? Because we would have had you know, around 9 months roughly, right? 9 months roughly, to have this pregnancy, and then the kid is born, and then this is his second name day. Does that mean, like, is his first name day the day he was born, and then his second would be 1 year old, or is his second name day like he's 2 years old now? That's very interesting. And then the post episode trailer for the next episode shows that he is 3 in the next episode. So at least minimum 2 years, 2 to 3 years since the last episode ended is where we're at right now. And they're doing this big hunt in his honor. And Rhaenyra very much does not want to be there because she views the whole thing as like a celebration of her replacement, right? Because she already sees the rest of the realm and the rest of the small council and pretty much everybody not considering her to be a valid heir to the throne. Like, everyone has moved on to the little brother, essentially. And she is kind of feels like it's just a matter of time or a formality before her father also then, you know, switches allegiances, so to speak, and starts to agree with them, and then names his son heir instead of her. You know, she's waiting to be replaced, and she hasn't been replaced yet, but, you know, it's you know, it's essentially kind of a formality, right? Like, she's been replaced in everyone's hearts, but not on the technical, like, logistical logbook. And she's very frustrated about this whole thing. She, you know, I mean, she never really necessarily wanted to be in this position to begin with, but now that she is in this position, she kind of wants it and is being kind of thrust to the side, right? Like, they're trying to marry her off right off the bat. Like, that's sucky. Like, why, you know, without even telling her, by the way, like, trying to marry off to the Lannisters, like, F that. And it's a whole big thing, and the king is not 100% sure that he made the right move picking Rhaenyra as the rightful heir. And they make a point of talking about the white stag and how it's like a sign of like divine royalty, and, you know, they're hunting a stag, and, you know, they want to find the white one, but they find a brown one, which I was I'm a little confused, because when I was watching it, I took that to mean that, like, since he found the brown stag, that means he is not truly, like, worthy of the crown. Like, he is not actually divine royalty, and his line isn't divine royalty. But in the post-episode thing, they were saying that the king was relieved, and it reinforced his decision to name Rhaenyra. And so I'm a little confused about that. You know, maybe he thought that if he killed the white stag, that he was killing his line's divine royalty or something. I don't know. But I thought I took it as them finding the brown stag meant he was not, like, him and his line was not divine royalty. And then when the white stag appears to Rhaenyra later on, that was like a symbolism type thing, showing that she truly is worthy. But I'm not sure. But yeah, she runs off. She runs off with Kristen Cole, and they kill a boar, and she unleashes all of her frustration on this thing, just goes ham on it, and then comes back to camp just caked in blood, and all the normal folk, the folk that are doing the actual work, like skinning and scaling these fish, and, you know, making the food, and they're all the dirty ones that did all the work, they're looking at her like, hell yeah, like, yes, Rhaenyra, bad bitch, come back into camp. And then you look at the rich people who are sitting there at the table waiting to be fed, like the Lannisters and her father and Alicent and Otto. They're all looking at her like, oh, like, why are you covered in blood? Like, they're upset about it. And so I think this was a small, subtle thing to gain a little bit of favor amongst the common people for her, I think. And we're not even going to talk about the fact that Otto wants her to marry the little boy. That's gross. Some other subtle things about the king that we picked up on in this episode. He now has 2 of his fingers are gone. So like the throne, the wounds from the throne are not healing. It's been 2-3 years now, and he's just further damaged. Like last episode, his finger was rotting. Now it's completely gone, and the other one's gone. So that's more stuff to keep an eye on. He is not in a good spot. But he is convinced by Alicent to send reinforcements to Damon. After he promises Rhaenyra that she will not be replaced, and she gets to choose who she wants to marry. Monkey paw curls. She's gonna choose someone he absolutely does not want. I am technically aware of who she chooses to marry at this point. Just because when I was originally watching Game of Thrones, and then I heard about this show, I did a little bit of research, just very basic research, and I technically know, who she marries and who she has a kid with. And so when he's like, you can pick your own suitor, monkey paw, it's not gonna go the route that he wants. But it's very interesting. Okay, and then we cut to the Stepstones, right? And the support that he is sending to Damon comes, and this guy's like, hey, sending 10,000 or however many thousand people, 10 ships, your support is here. And Damon beats this kid to death, just immediately kills him. I thought he was like grateful for it. I think he kind of he was grateful in a sense. Like I think Damon was grateful about the fact that his brother cares for him. Like he was happy about that, but he at the same time he was also like, really, like this is ridiculous. Like of course this is when he steps in, right? He's been fighting this war for years now without his brother's help. And now that it's like looking dire and it's like last shot type thing, then his brother is like, all right, fine. I'll step in and help now. And it's like, bro, he's been doing all this work. Like if anyone's going to win this war, like he started this war to spurn his brother, essentially. He's not going to now like win it with his brother's help. Like the whole point of him joining this war was to go against his brother. So like his brother being like, hey, I want to help now is like probably extremely insulting for him. And the whole last 10 minutes roughly of this episode, 5 to 10 minutes of this episode was the dopest thing I've seen in a while. So freaking cool. Like we are being absolutely spoiled right now when it comes to fantasy stuff on television, with both The Rings of Power, which I thought was incredible just over the weekend, and House of the Dragon, just continually just wowing us each week. Just absolutely baller. Damon goes in there, and like they explained in the post-episode thing, it's essentially a suicide run. Like his main goal here is to kill the crab feeder, and he is not concerned about his own health in this situation. And he's not gonna do this honorably either. He pretends to surrender and then is essentially just on a bombing run, like this suicide trench run to kill the crab feeder. But he doesn't do it perfectly. Like he doesn't completely succeed. He's a total badass the whole time. And those archers suck nutsack at aiming. They made it clear in the post-episode thing, like he should have died. There were multiple moments where he should have died. And he would have died if it weren't for the Valerians with their dragon. I thought it was Rhaenyra. At first I was like, oh, dang, like she's here. How did she hear about this? But no, it's Corlys's son what was his name? Rhaenyra or whatever his name was. I believe he has a dragon as well. Because, you know, he is Rhaenys' son. So obviously the dragon connection that way. But yeah, they come in and Corlys and his son rescue Damon essentially, and you know, he drew all of the foot soldiers out. That was the big crux of their fight, right? Like they couldn't win because all the foot soldiers would just hide in the caves until the dragon went out, and then they would kill all the regular people. But then he draws them all out and gets the frickin' dragon to cook them all, and then walks into that cave, cuts the crab feeder in half, and walks back out. Like, bruh. What a goat. Like, what a goat. My man's comes out just caked in blood with this dude's torso and then just ends the episode. Like, what a baller. Like, oh, so cool. So cool. Like, I know he's not a good person, but Damon is my favorite character, I think, at this point. Him and Rhaenyra are my top two characters. I am fully on their team until the end of time at this point, and I'm not ashamed to say it. So, oh man, so good, so good. This show is friggin' fantastic. Like Game of Thrones is fully back in it, baby. Like I think this might have been the best episode of the season so far. Like truly, all the political machinations are coming to a head. They talked about how this episode was kind of a departure in a sense of like childhood and previous selves. Like all the main characters involved in Damon, Viserys, and Rhaenyra are kind of now moving on from who they were in the first two episodes and becoming new people going forward. And it's wonderful. But those are just my thoughts on the episode. Definitely let me know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments below. I would love to hear what you think. Are you on Damon's side? Are you on Rhaenyra's side? Like who do you want to win at this point in the series? I would love to know. So put some comments down below. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me, helps my channel out a ton. If you are new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me watch more of House of the Dragon. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean the world as well. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next week.